What's up? What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are live once again here, September 14th, in the middle of the day. And we got to talk about Miami Dolphins and how their offensive line has impressed, ladies and gentlemen, and why the Dolphin fans should be encouraged about the future. This is a loaded subject, but we need to talk about it because it's some very good things that are going to come out of what we saw with the O-line. Before we get started, we're going to give some time for some people to come in the room. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on your way in the room. We're trying to get over 200 likes on every video, so punch that like button. If you're a Patreon member, thank you for your dedicated donations every single month. And remember, post-game shows, you're always welcome to come on and give me your thoughts if you're a Patreon member. Also, those who donate via PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat when we're live like we are now, I appreciate the love and support as well. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Sportscaster at TDPHINSTALK. That's the handle for all my social media, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, everybody? Wow, that was quick. We already got 60 people. We'll be over 100 soon. Again, hit that like button so we can fill the room, guys. Shout out to the Mod Squad. What up? Yes, Chef Drew. I appreciate you, homie. Shout out to the Mod Squad, ladies and gentlemen. They've been holding it down. They had us working hard yesterday, man. I rewatched some of the stream, and I saw some stuff in the comment section. The Mod Squad was working hard, so I appreciate y'all. Salute to you all, guys. But let's break it down, and let's dive right into it because that's what you're here for. Miami Dolphins offensive line has impressed, ladies and gentlemen. The Miami Dolphins offensive line has impressed. On a scale of 1 to 10, how well did the offensive line play for you all? How well did the offensive line play for you all? I'm just going to get a quick gauge real quick. How well did the offensive line play? On a scale of 1 to 10, ladies and gentlemen. We got a 7, we got an 8, we got an 8, we got a 9, we got a 7, we got an 8, we got a 9, we got a 10, 7, 8, solid 8, 8.5, and it keeps going. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if I was to give the offensive line a grade, it would be somewhere around an 8.3. 8.3. That's where I would be. And do you know how encouraging and positive that is? Let's continue the trivia real quick. Do you know that there were 6 players on the whole roster yesterday that played 100% of the game, that played 100% of the snaps, 100% of the offensive or defensive snap? Only 6 players. Guess how many offensive linemen played 100% of the snaps? Guess how many out of the 5 offensive linemen played 100% of the snaps, the full game? How many offensive linemen do you think played the entire game? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Let's see if y'all can get it right, man. All of them. 5. All of them. 5. All of them. All 5. 1. 5. Guys, can y'all believe that the whole offensive line played the whole game and they played that well? Yes, it is confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. Our starting 5 on the offensive line played 100% of the offensive snaps. When I saw that, my mind was blown. I was like, whoa. The only other player that played 100% of the snaps on the whole team was Ryan Fitzpatrick. Why did he play all the snaps? Because the offensive line played all the snaps and they balled out protecting this man. Y'all don't understand how exciting this is. Do y'all know how many years we've been through turmoil, disappointment, and stress about the offensive line? Shout out to Alan Mitchell, said, love your show, TD. Love you too, man. Appreciate the love. Do y'all know how many years we've been through headaches because of our offensive line? And then when we finally got a good offensive line, they were bullying people because of their sexual orientation? Y'all remember that? Incognito, Jonathan Martin, and all of that craziness? It was either Bullygate or injuries or an offensive line coach sniffing the white stuff. Oh, my gosh. We have to be encouraged. Were they perfect yesterday? No, but they were perfect in the past game. And whenever we go over Ryan Fitzpatrick's film today, because that's going to be my next stream, we're going over the film because I have to put things in a perspective for the Miami Dolphins fans who continue after I made the video this morning that Chan Gailey does not merit any of the blame. And when I went back and watched the film, I am going to break down the film yesterday and where we made mistakes on offense, saying receivers can't get separation, which was a huge lie, saying that the offense was vanilla and we never went down the field. And we're going to break down the film so you can understand why, because we're not going to put this on Chan Gailey. This is on Fitzpatrick more than I even thought, more than I even knew. It's on Ryan Fitzpatrick more than I even knew. But we're going to break that down on the next stream. It's going to be the film. You may not even get the notification for it because this is the third live today. Y'all know how they are. The fourth live stream, they don't send out the notifications. Each one, they send less and less and less. Because we had 200 people in here this morning. The last stream, we had 150, and now we're looking like we're coming up to 100. So it is what it is. But yes, back to the co-MVPs of the game in the offensive line. Let's break down why it's important that our offensive line has gotten a great start like this. First and foremost, I personally feel like the way that our offensive line played was elite, number one offensive line pass protection. Let me say that one more time. What they did yesterday was so elite, it can rival any offensive line in pass protection in this league. When I watched the film, this O-line played so well. Now, they made some mistakes, but at the end of the day, based off of the play scheme, it was a thing of beauty. We've always wondered about our quarterback. Can we protect our quarterback? Now, where must this offensive line improve? Consistency in run blocking. Now, why did I use the first word in my sentence as consistency? Because we're not going to sit here and take a number two all over the O-line as if they didn't do a decent enough job blocking in the run yesterday. Let's get this straight. When I went back and watched film, our offensive line actually did not play like trash in the run game. Could they have been better? Yes. On a scale of 1 to 10, we actually played about a 6.5 in the run game. A 6.5 in the run game. Is that good enough? No. But it is, once again, it's promising. Especially if we were to rank it with last year, they would have been playing like a 2.2. They actually played good run football. It's just that the consistency of it wasn't there. Let me give you an example on one play that I noticed. The right guard pulled to the left, and he got caught with the center because the center got a double team blown up. As soon as the ball was snapped, the center was blown up, and he ran. He kind of bumped right into the right guard that was pulling around him, and which caused like a negative 3-yard run for Howard. So it's not that, see, that blow up caused that play to just be a train wreck. So it's moments like that. But fundamental football, our O-line did a very good job, and they did a decent job in the run game. Now, what people have to understand in the run game, we had many 3, 4, and 5 yard, 6-yard rushes. Not many, because we didn't rush a million times, but we had quite a few. And don't get me wrong, we're a better blocking team again out of the halfback draw because that keeps the linebackers at bay when you're in the shotgun. So you don't have the linebackers loading the box. When we go into I formation, New England stuffed the line on many occasions and they came downhill. So that's what we have to realize in that regards. They didn't do terrible in the run game. It was already better than they did last year, which is a promising sign. And we're not expecting anyone to be perfect. We know that this O-line has some work to be done in the run game. But at the same token, it is a huge plus to know how well they did in the past game, because what has been our problem for our quarterbacks for the last 10 years or more? I'm just saying 10, because I know for Tannehill, all 7 years has been protecting the quarterback. Last year, the issue was protecting Rosen and Fitzpatrick early on. But play action, shotgun, no matter what it was yesterday, they took care of Ryan Fitzpatrick. The man barely got hit. And the one sack he took was 1,000% his fault. And we're going to break that down whenever we go over the film. We're going to break that down in the next stream as soon as we go over the film. All right? Let's talk about, first of all, we had our left tackle. Let me tell you what. Okay, I'm going to hit him last because he's the cherry on top, and we're going to talk about that last. But we're going to start out with our center, Ted Karras, who played a solid game. There were times where he did get pushed back, so we want to make sure that we focus on that in practice and understand that he's going to have to win those battles. Even if a double team's coming, that's going to be on the quarterback to understand who's in what gap in the O-line to read the protections. Now, again, let me back up. The protections weren't the issue. They read the protections correctly because they picked it up on every play. But just do it. Karras going to have to do a better job making sure he's not blown up as soon as that ball is out of his hand into Fitz's hand. Okay? We got right tackle Jesse Davis, who actually, surprising to me, I was impressed, held his own all day. Held his own all day. I know some people are already high on Jesse Davis, but I've always had my reservations, and I was impressed. Eric Flowers. Eric Flowers on that left side did a really solid job because a lot of times they sent the pressure through that gap. And he did a hell of a job, in my opinion, being able to pick it up. So with Davis, the veterans we talk about, Karras, Davis, and Flowers, I commend those gentlemen for being the veteran rocks that they were yesterday, having rookies next to them. And they were able to hold their own and make sure that they could guide these young fellas to success. Because let's talk about the next one. Solomon Kinley, ladies and gentlemen. Did we think that Solomon Kinley was going to start when training camp started? Let's be honest. Who knew that Solomon Kinley was going to be the starter at the guard position? Let's keep it 100. I didn't. I knew he would compete, but I did not think he would be the starter. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Was I the only one tripping? Did y'all think Solomon Kinley was going to get the start at the guard position? Let me know in the comment section. A simple yes or no. I just want to gauge myself on this. Y'all know how I do. I like to gauge, what I believed with what other people believe. I did, seriously. I wanted them to take him since February. I did. I called it. I knew he had a chance. Hell no. I didn't. Had him in all my mock drafts. Wow. Nope. Bring back Chad. Oh, y'all are crazy. All right, I'm done with the trolls. I had Hunt starting. Me too. Nope, I did. Nice for y'all who did. Because I didn't, not only because I didn't believe in him, because I did believe in him. I knew that he had an opportunity to be the future at some point. But I couldn't see us starting more than one rookie on that O-line. I thought Austin Jackson would be the only one, and they would go with, more solidified guys who's already had that experience. But boy, was I wrong. And not only was I wrong, man, this kid played a hell of a game. Now, he was the individual that got put – I'm not going to say it was his fault. He got put in some really bad situations in the run game. He was the one that got bumped on that pool, He's coming around the pool, and the center, Ted Karras, came right into him on the pool, negative yardage. See, he got put into a few bad situations, and the sad thing is that's going to go against him on his rating when PFF and all of that breaks down the film and they do all of that stuff. He's going to take the hit for that. So, unfortunate. But at the same token, man, you're this young. What was he? What round was he again? I don't already forgot. Was it third? Y'all let me know in the comment section real quick because I'll be forgetting their rounds and stuff real fast. But y'all let me know, man. A hell of a football game. A hell of a football game, man. See, it ain't always the first round pick or the big name or this and that. But this kid, if he keeps playing like this, he's going to make a name for himself. And I'm going to tell you now, the Miami Dolphins might be in trouble because all these young fellas coming out, especially on the O-line, you playing that well? Oh, my gosh. Thank y'all. Fourth round. I appreciate y'all correcting me, man. I'm like fourth rounder. Starting in the NFL and very first game against a tricky Patriots defense, holding his own, and they were attacking the guard slots all day. And for him to know his assignment, read his protections, and make the right decisions, I'm with it, man. Willie said, TD, I love you a lot. You crazy, man. Listen, I'm with it. I am with shout out to the homies. So, listen, but don't disappoint us because we done raved about people in the past and then the very next week. Because let me tell y'all what I'm excited about. And yes, I'm excited about it. Our O-line played that well against the Patriots. We got a much tougher defensive line and decent defensive front coming in next week. Again, the running game is going to be a process. I'm going to tell y'all that now if it still continues to struggle to the degree it did. I think the running game was fine. It could have been better, but it's going to struggle. But if our pass protection can hold up next week like that, ain't no question. Ain't no question. Our O-line, we are ready. And if Fitz play like that again, I don't want to hear nobody say nothing about no, we got to make sure we can protect Tua. If we can hold it down against Buffalo's front seven, ain't no question. Okay? So shout out to the young fella, Solomon Kinley, man. Fins up to you, homie. Last but not least, and why did I say this one last but not least? Because this one has more implications than y'all think. Jackson, baby. Jackson, baby. Y'all put his name in the comment section. This is going to be a beauty when I talk about this one. This is going to be a beauty, man. Say his name, okay? This kid here, at the left tackle position, the hardest position to play. The hardest position to play. This kid balled out too. I'm not even going to go deep into it. I just want to point something out to all y'all who were whining and crying and scratching a year ago. Oh, what are we going to do? We're going to sit there and train Laramie Tunsil, and now we're going to draft the left tackle, and he may suck, and then we got to draft again, and he may suck. You can't find – it ain't that easy to find Laramie Tunsils all the time. Y'all put some respect on that man's name, man, Austin Jackson. Put some respect on that man's name. And let me tell you another thing. If he continues to play this well, as good as Laramie Tunsil, and yeah, I said it. If he continues to hold up his end of the bargain, it will be the biggest highway robbery in a trade of all time. The end result is going to be swapping out Laramie Tunsil for Austin Jackson, one making $22 million a year, the other making like $6 or something. I got to go check Austin's again. So the other one making like $6 a year. That, and I hate to say this because I know y'all hate when I say this, but it's the truth. That's why the Patriots are so successful. They can take the best offensive lineman they got, trade them away and bring the next guy in that's just as good for way less money so that they can put more talent on the team during their rookie years. This is why they're so successful. And we might have pulled it off. And what did we get as a profit? Understand the profit that we're going to get out of this if he continues to play great football. Understand the profit that we're going to get. Let me help y'all understand the profit here. Laramie Tunsil in $22 million a year. My bad, guys. I lost you for a second, but we should be back now. All right, we should be back now. Now you can hear me. I want to make sure that we're back. Let me know in the comment section if you can see and hear me. You're back. Okay, cool. My bad. I don't know what happened. The internet went out and said reconnecting, and it reconnected. I have no clue. This new internet at this new place, it does that sometimes, and I got to figure it out. But anyway, let's go ahead and do the math here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do the math. Laramie Tunsil, Austin Jackson. If they play the same football, you can wipe the player out. Okay? That's even. But what else is a factor? Laramie Tunsil costs $22 million. If we had him, and Austin Jackson is costing about $6 million. So that's about a $16 million more money. So if we had Laramie Tunsil, we would be losing out on $16 million in debt. I mean, if y'all get my drift. But since we don't have him, we are saving $16 million a year with just as good of play. With just as good of play. We are saving $16 million with just as good of play. You can't tell me it wasn't a smart move. But here's the cherry on top, ladies and gentlemen. That was just the ice cream. You ready for the cherry on top? Oh, we got 2 first round. Well, wipe out one of the first round picks because that's what it took to get Austin Jackson. But we got another first rounder and a second rounder for it. Wow. Save $16 million. You get another first round pick and a second round pick. So you save $16 million. So you put the first round pick and the second round pick together. That's going to account for about $8 million towards that $16 million. So also that's going to pay for those picks. And you still net $8 million out of the deal. Plus 2 good players. Plus 2 good players. Wow. Wow, man. It might go down as the biggest robbery trade that we have ever made. And finally, we're finally on the winning side of it. Finally on the winning side of it. Do you know how huge that move was? You know how huge that move was? Wow. Wow. Shout out to Chris Greer and Brian Flores for making that trade. Laramie Tunsil's making $22 million a year. $22 million a year. And they already took the first L of the season. $22 million a year. Man, that was huge. And everybody was complaining about it last year. What are you going to do? Keep getting rid of your talent? You're going to keep on throwing away your talent? And let me tell y'all, let me give y'all another message. If this kid end up going to a few Pro Bowls because he that good, if we get him for a good deal, then fine. But I expect this organization to do the very same thing if necessary. Very same thing. You're not paying no left tackle 10% of the salary cap. Laramie Tunsil getting 11 or 12% of the salary cap, truth be told. You don't pay no guy 1/10 of the whole roster's money unless it's a quarterback. That's exactly what the Patriots do every year. They never overpay on the O-line. They never overpay on the O-line. They went 8 years straight and never spent more than $25 million on the entire O-line, and Laramie Tunsil just got $22 million a year. And this is a fact. 8 years straight, and the Patriots never paid more than $25 million on their entire O-line, the roster. 8 guys or 9 guys on their O-line. All of them don't even combine to more than $25 million. Go do your research. It's a fact. That was a smart move, and I was telling y'all that from day one. Austin Jackson, please hold up your end of the bargain and continue to impress young fella and keep playing like that. Listen, man, we ain't going to let them snub you for the Pro Bowl. We ain't going to let them snub you. Even though Ryan Fitzpatrick got you 1 sack given up, if I'm not mistaken, because I think that was on Austin Jackson. And when I break down Fitzpatrick film, matter of fact, the very next stream, when I end this one in like 1 minute, we're going to go live right away, and I'm going to see, hopefully it all works, if we can go live and break down Ryan Fitzpatrick's film from the highlight reel. I want to show y'all something because y'all got to see this, man. Y'all got to see it. But shout out to the O-line. They did their thing, man. I'm proud of it. They got room for improvement, and hopefully they can work on that and continue to get better. And we got over 200 people watching, so the message is clear. Y'all hit that like button, by the way. If you appreciate these streams and Dolphin content, hit that like button. But come right back. Give me about 3-4 minutes and come right back, and I should be live with the Ryan Fitzpatrick film breakdown. This TD Fan, hopefully it works. This is TD FINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I'll see y'all soon. Peace. Love y'all. Hit that like button.